There's lots of different ways to make income as a creator. However, which one is the most lucrative? Which one of these things makes me the most money? So today I'm going to share with you what type of content that is for me right now with some tips and tricks on how you can start making money this way too. My name is Christina Dennis, and I've been a DIY decor content creator since 2009. What started as a passion for transforming drab spaces into vibrant havens has now turned into something bigger, something life-changing. I'm supporting our entire family with the income from the DIY Mommy blog, YouTube channel, and social media platforms. But it didn't happen overnight. It took countless hours of brainstorming, creating, and sharing content about what I love the most: budget-friendly DIY decor and home improvement projects. Now I'm ready to share all of my secrets, tips, and strategies that helped me turn my passion for DIY decor into a full-time career, supporting my family along the way. Are you ready to transform your hobby into a successful career? Welcome to the Six Figure Creator Podcast. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Six Figure Creator Podcast. Thank you so much for tuning in again today. Sorry I missed last week's podcast. I was so sick. I had no voice, and I'm finally better, thankfully. However, now my kids are sick, so we're going to have an interesting Halloween week. Hopefully everybody gets better soon, but such is life. C'est la vie. Today, I want to talk to you about the number one thing that makes me the most income as a content creator. This seems to be a topic that a lot of you are interested in, the actual facts and figures and income and money. And I want to share exactly what that thing is that makes me the most income over the past few years, over the past several years actually, and how you can start making income from this too. So I have a lot of eggs in a lot of different baskets as a content creator, as an influencer. I have my blog, which of course is my number one focus because I own that piece. I talked about this before. I own this. I don't own the social media channels. So I do put a lot of effort into this and pay for a lot of help for this. And then I have a YouTube channel, and then I have all my other social medias like Instagram, like Facebook, I used to have Twitter/X. I don't care about that anymore. Then I also have speaking engagements. We have our vacation rentals. We have a mini course, off and on selling merch. So lots of different things, lots of different ways to make income as a creator. However, which one is the most lucrative? Which one of these things makes me the most money? So today I'm going to share with you what type of content that is for me right now with some tips and tricks on how you can start making money this way too. So one of the things that I despise the most about owning my own business, and I don't know if you can relate if you have your own, is bookkeeping. I can't stand it. And neither can my husband, Sean. The other week, we had a really frustrating week trying to catch up on our bookkeeping. He has his construction company. I have my content creation business. And it was just terrible because we were both grumpy and we were both trying to get it all done. However, going through and catching up, it did allow me to do some interesting reporting on my year so far, which I find it fascinating to do. I just find it really interesting to see where all my income is coming from, what jobs are actually worth my time in this varied world of content creation. So here it is. My top money maker has been the same for several years now, and it is YouTube ad revenue. That's right. Long form video. That's what reigns supreme for making the most money for me. Since starting my YouTube channel in 2015, I've had most of my content creator income through YouTube ad revenue. So those are those ads that play at the start, at the end, and sometimes in the middle of YouTube videos that you watch them. Every time someone watches those ads, the creator gets paid. So let's talk about how much 100,000 views on YouTube is worth. So that's going to make a difference on what you are talking about, what your niche is. And advertisers are going to pay different amounts per 1,000 views. This is called CPM for different types of videos. For my DIY decorating content, I currently make about $9.50 per 1,000 views. That's called my RPM, my revenue per 1,000 views. So for me, for every 100,000 views I receive on my YouTube videos, I currently make around $950 US. So I think that's around maybe 1,200 Canadian dollars. This rate changes seasonally, but not by too much. It's kind of usually within this $1,000 US range. So compare this rate, this RPM, this rate per 1,000 views I receive on YouTube to what I receive on an Instagram reel. And do you know what that is? That is none. Instagram reels are not monetized here in Canada. The only way that I can make money with anything that I put on Instagram is through brand sponsorships or affiliate linking. So when a brand pays for me to post a video that is highlighting their product, or when I share a product I love, put the affiliate link for that product in my stories or in my bio, people click on it, buy it, and then I make a few cents. However, a couple years ago, my Facebook page reels and my long form Facebook videos were monetized, which is really exciting because we don't usually get a lot of monetization opportunities here in Canada. Lots of people in the USA get those first. Unfortunately, the RPM over there is much smaller. So remember, my RPM for YouTube videos is $9.50 right now per 1,000 views. That rate is $1.50 per 1,000 views on Facebook. However, I have really been enjoying Facebook for the virality potential of it because, if Donna shares my video that she loves with her friends and then her friend Eleanor shares it with her friends, it's a lot easier for my content to be shared on there and to go viral. So I can get a lot of views on Facebook and then get some ad revenue that way. So the question is, why does YouTube pay me the most money? Long form video still seems to be the most engaging type of video for most people. There's longer watch time. This results in more time being spent watching the ads in the front, the middle, and the end of the YouTube video. So what happens when people are more engaged, watching for longer? This gives the creator more ad revenue. Many people are very loyal to YouTube creators. They kind of start to become fans of YouTube creators, and then they take the time to watch their full videos, comment on them, and share the videos too, coming back week after week to watch what you'll put out. With the higher watch time because of the longer videos and that loyal community and the higher RPM than other video-based social media, like Instagram, for example, putting your time into long-form YouTube video creation should be, right now, the best way to earn money as a creator. So I'm talking about right now in 2023, going into 2024. You can also do quite well with YouTube sponsorships. So brand sponsorships that want to sponsor your videos by paying you money to talk about their product. Honestly, the last couple years since 2020 has not been as lucrative with sponsors as a whole, whether it's YouTube videos, Instagram reels, blog posts, etc. But sponsors will still pay me a lot more for a YouTube sponsorship than any other platform. So I find it interesting how many of us, myself included, are uber obsessed with Instagram. I feel like this is the millennial/elder millennials safe spot. For me, it's the community there. I just feel like there are lots of people that are around my age with a lot of the same interests as me who love beautiful photos, beautiful videos, aesthetically pleasing art and design. And that's what I love about it. And I just love the people on there. They're a lot kinder than the people on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. So that's why I love it. But I really have to be careful not to spend so much time on there. I have been spending less and less time on there lately during my business hours that I try to keep because it just doesn't bring income in like YouTube does, or even Facebook. Even Facebook brings me more income for ad revenue, right? So I have been lucky and honored to have Instagram Reels sponsored and Instagram posts sponsored by brands. And that has been a great source of income via Instagram. Affiliate links does okay for me on there. I know there's other creators that do far better than me with affiliate links on Instagram, but ultimately I think it just makes so much more sense to put more of your time and energy if you want to actually take content creation to that full-time job level, to put your time and energy into YouTube. So knowing that, how do I start a YouTube channel? I think the best way to start a YouTube channel today in 2023, 2024 would be just to simply start reposting your short form videos from other platforms like TikTok, like Instagram, like Facebook as YouTube Shorts. So YouTube Shorts kind of is a whole other section on YouTube that just plays 60-second or less videos in the tall 1080 by 1920 format. So the same size and shape as Instagram Reels. And this is relatively new. This popped up about 2-3 years ago. They did really, really well for me when they first came out, which, little tip, whenever social media comes out with a new feature, use it as soon as you can because they love when you use it and your content will probably do well because it'll be promoted. So my YouTube Shorts did really well at first. They're still doing okay. Every once in a while, one will go quote unquote viral, but a lot of them are just kind of, in kind of that mid-range view. But like other short form videos on different platforms, these can more easily go viral than long form videos, and they're going to bring in new subscribers. They're kind of like the commercial for your channel. They're kind of like the marketing tactic for your YouTube channel. So yeah, these shorts can get lots of views on YouTube, and this is going to encourage more subscribers to your channel, especially when you're just starting out from scratch and maybe you've done short form video already and you have a library of short form videos that you can put up on YouTube Shorts immediately. Then you can start working on your long form content creation while you start growing your channel with shorts. Shorts were not around when I started YouTube in 2015. Otherwise, I would have definitely started this way just to help me gain my traction quicker than I did. Next question is, what do I need to start making long form YouTube videos? So I would say long form videos are anything that's longer than 2 minutes, 3 minutes. I do pretty well with videos around the 10 to 12 minute mark. That's kind of my sweet spot, but you might have to just play around with the length of your videos to see what people like. And they are horizontal. So they're 1920 pixels wide by 1080 pixels tall. And you don't need much to start making these long form videos. You can use your mobile phone, your iPhone. Just remember to flip the camera horizontally so you're filming in that 1920 1080p size. You can eventually upgrade to a better camera if you want, but lots of people have successfully started YouTube channels with their phones. So I have a decently priced, relatively budget-friendly Canon camera I would recommend, and I will link it in today's show notes, as well as everything that I am talking about in this episode. Just head on over to thesixfigurecreator.com/podcast and click on this episode. I also recommend purchasing a microphone so that your audio is nice and crisp. Really good audio is important. If people can't hear what you're saying, then it doesn't matter. However, I have talked about the faceless, voiceless videos that have done really well for other creators in the past, where they're just showing you how to make something, how to design something, and it's only music. So that also is an option as well. You can get a wireless lav mic that clips right to your clothes, or you can get an on-camera microphone, and I will link my favorites in today's show notes. Finally, you might need some kind of editing software. You will need this if you are the type of person that has long pauses in between your sentences, who maybe needs a few takes. This is me. I need a few takes. I have pauses. I edit all my videos, even my short videos, with Adobe Premiere Pro. That's Adobe's video editing software on my desktop computer. It's just faster for me. It's faster than any sort of mobile app for me. So just for making wise use of my time, I use that. But you could also use something like CapCut, which is a free editing software. It's made by TikTok. and it's quite intuitive and easy to use. You can use something like that to edit your videos right on your phone. All right, so we talked about how I would start a channel today, things that you might need. Not much to start because you just want to start. You just want to put your stuff out there and see what people think of it. And as you go along, you can purchase more upgraded lighting equipment, like a better camera, a better microphone, etc. But it's all about that good content. That good content is what's going to reign supreme. And you can get feedback from your followers and your subscribers. They'll let you know for sure what they love or probably what they don't love about your videos. And the more that you start making, the more feedback you'll get, and the more you'll know what to continue to create and maybe how to continue growing and editing to make your videos better and better. So what makes a good YouTube video? I could talk about YouTube videos for hours and hours, and I probably will because I'll probably have lots more episodes on YouTube because, like I said, it is my number one moneymaker, and it could be for you too. The main thing you need to think about though for now is this: how can you inspire, or how can you educate, or how can you entertain your viewer? If your video can help people in any of these ways, you're on your way to making a great video. It has to be good content. It has to be helpful in one of those ways. There are editing and storytelling tricks that can help make your video more engaging, like the way that you cut it, the way that you add B-roll, and I'll chat about these in future podcast episodes. However, as long as you have that good, helpful content, the rest is simply icing on the cake. So for now, I just want to leave you with some of my favorite YouTube video education channels that you might want to start watching to help you get started and get thinking about making engaging, helpful YouTube videos and start making money through long-form video content. So Think Media and the Think Media podcast is a favorite of mine. Pat Flynn is awesome. Video Creators, very helpful. Modern Millie, I love her content. She also has some social media content as well. And Roberto Blake talks about YouTube and also just being an entrepreneur. So start with those. I will link all of those channels in today's show notes at thesixfigurecreator.com/podcast. You won't be able to get monetized right away on YouTube. There's certain things that you have to reach. I think you have to have 1,000 subscribers and a certain number of thousands of watch time hours. I'll leave all that information in the show notes of today's podcast, but you can reach those relatively quickly if you start your channel now. I think, this is always a hang up that I talk to so many potential content creators or new ones, and people just overthink things and they don't start. The only way that you're going to get monetized is to actually start your channel. If you're sitting there overthinking your content and thinking you have to have the perfect gear and the perfect speaking voice and perfect everything, you're not going to start. And then you have a 0% chance of monetizing your channel. So just start. Start with those shorts that you might already have, and then start playing with long form content. Be yourself and be helpful and continue to grow from there. I hope this podcast has helped you as you consider launching or growing a YouTube channel. I would love to know, have you ever considered starting a YouTube channel? Is there anything holding you back? What is that? I would love to know in the comments of today's podcast notes at thesixfigurecreator.com/podcast. Thank you so much for listening today, and I will talk to you again next Tuesday.